What's up, everyone? It's Charles Finch, the greatest villain expert. Right, villain number 18. You like horror films? Yes and no. Because this one is one of the psychotic killers. A maniac. He's abusive and scary. Jack Torrance. Jack Torrance, yeah, that's him. Played by Jack Nicholson. The 1980s. You missed the 80s? Well, obviously I wasn't born in the not 80s. I was born in the 90s. But anyway, let's get into this. Okay, here we go. Jonathan Johnny Daniel Jack Torrance was the main protagonist turned main antagonist in the 1980 horror thriller film The Shining, adapted from the novel of the same name written by Stephen King. Jack was a writer and a redeemed alcoholic who lived with his wife Wendy and his son Danny, who wielded a special psychic power known as the Shining. Jack eventually became possessed by a demon who, in general, had control over all of the Overlook Hotel that Jack was put in charge of, and attempted to try to kill his own family under the demon's influence. At first, Jack was the fairly likable protagonist and a loving husband and father. He was a writer who had accepted the job of winter caretaker for the Overlook Hotel, despite being informed of the building's grisly past and reputation as a cursed place, which he shrugged off as a superstition, and he took his wife Wendy and son Danny with him to the hotel, and thought that the solitude of the place would help him in his writing as well. Depending on the view of the audience, he could have either suffered an intense mental breakdown or he was possessed by the spirits of the Overlook Hotel. Whatever truly happened to the unfortunate Jack was never fully explained, yet the demonic possession was further implied by all the ghosts that haunted the hotel, especially the ghosts of two young girls who frequently appeared to Danny as well. The ghosts were apparently attracted by the boy's power and seemingly tried to drag him into the underworld. Yeah, the hotel is cursed, and Jack Torrance is possessed by the demon inside the hotel. Can you blame him? I mean, he is an abusive idiot, or an abusive alcoholic. He beat up his son, okay? But it was an accident. What happened to everybody? And it was 3 goddamn years ago. The little boy just thrown all his papers on the ground. All Jack ever had to do was pull him up. So, yeah, 3 years ago, that was. Anyway, so, let's see. At any rate, Jack lost. Jack soon lost his mind completely and became increasingly abusive toward Wendy and Danny while holding conversations with a ghostly bartender who appeared to be the ghost of the previous caretaker that apparently only he could see. He also had a traumatic experience with a ghastly phantom in a hotel room and ultimately descended into a murderous psychosis in which he tried to kill his wife and son with an axe, much as the previous caretaker had done years previously. However, Jack was outsmarted by his family after a fearsome manhunt and ultimately left to freeze to death in the giant maze outside the hotel after Wendy and Danny escaped the hotel. Jack's possession was fully proven during the final confrontation between Danny and the creature, when the boy managed to awake the spirit of his father with his shining. Jack then bid a moving farewell to Danny and let him escape. Well, that was unrealistic. Jack's possession of a demon was quite exaggerated and completely inexperienced. A demon is like a curse, and your pupils in your eyes turned a bit thin, like this. So your circular pupil turns like this, like a demon's eye. Or as I like to call it, the eye in the demon. Hey, oh, that's very good. It's very good, isn't it? The eye of the demon. Torrance, yeah, he might be seeing ghosts all around, only the ones he could see. Jack Nicholson's very scary. I mean, look at his eyebrows. They're cross eyebrows. Right. Well, listen to me, YouTube. Ghosts don't exist anymore. I know. I'm not stupid. But listen. Ghosts are just a piece of invisible paper, you know? Well, that's it. And this is his catchphrase. Here's Johnny!